It's the wrong time to surrender.
Okay, so hello and welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing well today. Today was a good day. The energy was a little bit better. I have to admit, I was feeling a little bit drained this week. Couldn't figure that one out, but everything happens for a reason. All right, so today's reading is Who Are Your Spirit Guides? In pile 1, if you picked, let me see. It's like the steering column of a ship. Steering wheel? Yeah, steering wheel. If you pick the steering wheel, looks like the ship's steering wheel. I don't know the accurate name to that. But if you pick the ship's steering wheel, pile 1, then we have your spirit guide is Master Buddha. I love Buddha, by the way, so it's just such a peaceful vibe. Increased awareness and deep connection. Trust your inner voice. So Buddha is a big promoter of peace. So you might find that you don't like to be in a lot of stressful situations or around a lot of stressful people, or where there is a lot of noise or commotion, chaos, chaotic environments, loud and rowdy people, because Buddha is always going within. It's like a hermit. It's like a hermit kind of vibe. And Buddha's always going within to try to raise awareness within. I really don't get gender oriented with Buddha, but Buddha always tries to raise awareness within himself. That's like his constant goal, is to always raise that upper bar inside yourself, to get to know who you are, to find that inner peace that resides within you. So you know, you might enjoy going to quiet places so you can contemplate and think, because that is Buddha urging you to get in contact with your higher self. Buddha's always going to be there to urge you to do that. And then you might find that you're not attracted to a lot of material things, or money, or just happen to be like the most richest person or the most famous person, because the Buddha like walked away from all these, shunned all these things, and kind of wanted to go inside and find the richness of that resides in the soul, and that resides with spirit and connecting to divine. So it says you can call on Master Buddha now to help you remember you are part of something that is greater than suffering. So Buddha always helps with suffering. So you might find that a lot of people are drawn to you, especially when they are having a bad time, or going through a lot of trauma, or they've been through a lot of trauma. That's because, as Buddha is your spirit guide, you also resonate with this energy, this healing energy. So people come around to kind of just be healed by your aura. Your aura is very healing. Thoughts may arise now that solve issues in your life, home, relationships, or work. They are being sent to you from your inner teacher, the Buddha within. So now Buddha's asking you to, this is the time for you to focus on yourself and not push so much of your energy outwards to others, but kind of use it to save issues that you might be going through within yourself. Now, the other spirit guide we have is like the Ice Queen, okay? And this is someone who can be very, very frosty. If you ever watched the Chronicles of Narnia, I always liked her. I don't know. She was the antagonist in the show, but I just kind of got her. But anyway, that is a good example of who an ice queen is. And you're able to just like freeze people out. You're able to kind of like pause and like stop time, because it's like frozen, like the or frozen too, like Elsa, the frozen element, where you can just kind of make things stop when you want and kind of also go within. So these two kind of work together. It's like Buddha can kind of bring you the peace so you can kind of stop and kind of go within. Also, if you feel like it's somebody unworthy of your time and attention and your love, you're also able to freeze that person out. Okay? Because that is one of the ways your spirit guide protects you. If she sees that anybody is trying to hurt you or treat you with harm or malice, she will bring that like icy protective shield, and you will know instinctively who to freeze out, because that is her communicating with you to freeze that person out. Maybe she's seen something you might have seen or whatever. It'll be a vibe, and that's how she'll connect to you, through a vibe. And you know who to shut out and who to let in, because this is like a frozen cup of love. So those who are not deserving of your love, you definitely know how to freeze them out. And you got that from your spirit guide, kind of like the Ice Queen. And she is very protective of you, and also will freeze others out of coming towards you with any nonsense. You might also find that you like the cold, or the cold doesn't bother you that much. And you know, you kind of get a deep peace when it snows, especially if these two work together. You get when it snows, you feel very peaceful, very serene, and it just relaxes you. So let's see if we have any messages. Oh, okay. So exactly what I was saying earlier, that kind of, you give so much of your energies to others, it's kind of depleted your energy. So your spirit guide Buddha wants you to kind of go within and kind of not shut people out, but just take some time for yourself to bring your energy back in, because it's like you're running on very low energy, running on fumes, and you're not making sure that you have all the energy you need to get through your day, to get what you need accomplished, if you keep giving out all your energy to others. Okay, so make sure you make that time to go within. And make sure you're not overexerting or overextending yourself. So we also have the Hermit again, because I've always felt like I love these cards. I just got these cards today too. I don't know. There you go. That's the Hermit, and you just can see her going within and meditating. So again, you're being urged, your spirit guides are urging you to go within and kind of conserve your energy, because you are just running on depletion here. Also make sure you're eating well and drinking your fluids, so you're not dehydrating yourself. But it's like your energy supply at this time is really, really low. So it's like you have no strength for yourself right now at this time, because it's all going out. Like people are taking and taking from you, and it's not leaving anything left for yourself. Okay, so you want to make sure you take that time. You can even go to the woods. It's snowy right now, right? But it also says that your spirit guide loves the snow. So if you're able, even take a quick walk through the snow. Just kind of being around it is very healing for you, because it's healing for your spirit guide. She really relates to that snow, snow aspect. It kind of helps you get in touch of your inner self, get in touch with your spirit guide, who does love you and who is very protective of you. And then we also have the Hierophant. So again, I'm just feeling the vibe that you kind of just always helping people, always guiding people, always trying to help people through tough times. And you just want to make sure you're going within and giving that energy back to yourself, okay? Or if you are around people that they are on the same kind of vibe that you are on, make sure that whether it's yoga or meditation or something in that aspect, that kind of you guys are able to give to each other instead of just you just giving. Because if you look, it's like all these people are on the same wavelength. They're all meditating. They're all kind of trying to get one with the divine and connect to spirit. And if you have friends like that or people who are on that same wavelength, then you guys will kind of share and give energy alike, opposed to you just giving your energy out. Now, this Paul had 2 cards left over. I don't know where they were, but I'm taking them as messages. So you guys got 2 extra cards. So we have 5 of Swords. Yeah, so I'm just getting like you're a big comforter when like things go chaotic, get dramatic, and people don't know how to deal with things. They just kind of come to you and kind of want to feel that peace that your aura exudes. And you just have to be careful from that, because people could really be zapping you for your energy. You just really want to stay away from the chaos right now. Yeah, look, 4 of Swords. And get you some rest. This is just a time to take some peaceful, it doesn't even have to be sleep, just rest. Just time to take rest for yourself. Also, make sure you're sleeping at night. Make sure that you're going to bed, especially around now where your energy is kind of getting depleted. But make sure you go to bed at a good time, where you can at least get 7. I'm hearing 7. So make sure you can get 7 hours of sleep. Okay, no less than like 6, as you really need your rest right now, because again, your spirit guides are worried about your levels of energy. Okay, it's not anything serious that I'm seeing. It's just that we need energy to live. So if you're always giving your energy out, it really depletes your life force. And it just makes your quality of life go down, okay? So that's why I think you got the Captain's Wheel too. It's like, be in charge of your own ship, you know? Don't let others control your ship. You want to be in charge of it. All right, so that is it for pile 1, and we are moving on to pile 2. Alrighty, so pile 2. And if you picked the butterfly, then we have your first spirit guide we have is Paul the Venetian, who's said to be from Italy, and that he was an artist, and that he brings about beauty and encourages other artists to create. He is like a muse energy. So you might find that when you're feeling down and low, I don't know if you're an artist, but art comes in many forms, through music, through decorating our homes, through singing instruments, writing. Art comes through many forms. Any way we create, it's like our art, right? So he encourages that. He's like a muse, and you might feel like a wave of inspiration come over you, and like this burst of energy that you just might want to create something. And he usually comes through with a pink, like a rose pink aura, and you might be attracted to pink roses because this is how he communicates. If you see like pink roses or pink things, he's trying to catch your attention. He wants you to use your energy to create, because you're here to create, pile 2. You're here to bring your life through your art. So if you have any hobbies that you do, or you create, or you're some kind of creator or artist, that is your spirit guide Paul trying to get you to birth things out into the world, birth your art into the world. any messages that we have from Paul. Okay, so we have follow your bliss and share your grace. Your creativity is a gift to the world. That's what I was saying. Like, you have gifts that you're here to share with the world. No matter what your art may be or how simple you might think it is very important that you bring it to this world and you bring it to others, because this is the gifts, one of the gifts that divine has showered on you to bring out your artistic side. Because what I'm getting is it makes people happy. It's like your love. Your love comes through your art. You're able to express your love through your art, and others that can see your art or who is able to experience your art or your creativity, they're able to feel your love through what you create. So, and as you share with all those around you, you make space in your heart for goodness to enter. So that is very beautiful. So it's like by you giving out this part of yourself, then you receive way more back. Okay, so you might find you have a muse energy because your spirit guide Paul also has this muse energy. So you might go around and you might inspire others. You might push others to create whatever whatever artist lies there, whatever people inner artist is. You are the ones who help people bring that out and let them know that they can create. Even people who never thought they could create anything, who might have thought they are dull and boring, you let them know that they are not. You let them know that you can create, that we ourselves are walking art. So I'm just feeling a really loving vibe and a really beautiful muse energy about you, Paul, too. So also this 2 is standing out for me. So 2 could be a special number. So you could be a good balancer. Like you bring balance into any situation that you're in. And because 2 is about balancing. 1 is about self and 2 is about recognizing the other. So that's what you do. You're able to put yourself to the side and recognize others and give others that special attention that they never receive from anywhere else. You're able to do this wonderful talent. You're able to make people feel extra special. When people around you, they just feel seen, they feel heard, they feel special, they feel recognized. You're able to give this to people. You almost make time stop when people are with you. And if you look, she has like a flower in her head. To me, this is going with this pink rose that Paul likes to communicate with you. You have this timeless aspect to you where you come and you're able to just stop time and you just give people so much of yourself, but you do it in a balanced way. You also know your boundaries. So that's awesome too, because you are a muse and you do inspire, but you also know when to pull back. You have this wisdom about you that knows when to pull back and kind of, give back to yourself, or make sure you're not over giving. So yes, you're also able, your spirit guide, how she communicates with you is through time. So if you see two, you can see two, especially if you see 2 or 2. That is her communicating with you. That's her telling you to kind of pause and kind of think on something, because she's trying to tell you something. She's trying to get your attention. So again, 2 and 2. She helps you remove problems, is what she does for you. That is one of the ways she shows she loves you. She comes in and she helps remove problems for you, especially any anxiety, any psychological problems, any emotional stress or whatever. You might just find just taking some time to yourself, or just kind of going in like a quiet room, and it's like she works her magic. And if you think on her and you're conscious of her now, she kind of works her magic to kind of make sure you don't overstress yourself. That's why I said, like, your spirit guide is good on you enforcing boundaries, because she recognizes that you do have this quality where you do recognize the other so much. You're like a mirror for people, and you do recognize this. So she kind of tells you when, like, okay, this is enough. We invested enough today. Now it's just time. It's time for me time. And we take that time back and we give it to ourselves. Your spirit guide is a stickler on that. Also, you might be attracted to the color blue. I feel like blue is very relaxing for you. If you're feeling tension or stress or just high strung, the high strung energy, you can wear blue. Blue is very helpful, or you can go by water, because water is blue. All these would be very relaxing for you, or to even go under a blue sky, just to sit under the blue sky. This is all very comforting for you too. So any messages we have Nine of Wands. Yeah, so if you look, it looks like she's trying to create something, because wands definitely deal with creation and using like our artistic talents. So it looks like she's trying to create something, and she's just like overdoing it. So what Paul is trying to say is just like, you don't have to overdo anything, because the energy naturally comes from you. It's not something you have to push. It's always there. As long as you're able to tap into yourself, you're able to tap into this energy that is naturally created for you. That's a natural artist for you, a natural muse for yourself. And plus, Paul is always there for you to tap in, to kind of tap into that inspiration, where it's more of a soft flowing energy and you don't have to push or overexert yourself. Because sometimes you just do that. You overexert yourself and trying to create, and you don't have to. So again, we feel like, I'm seeing that you're trying to create something. You might be working on a project now. 3 of Pentacles. So you're trying to work on a project now. You might even have others helping you. And if you don't have others, maybe you can get people of like mind. Maybe go to an art class where it can kind of help you create, bring these ideas to life. If you have any creative hobbies that you like to do, again, art is anything that helps you, that kind of pushes you to create, whether it's creating cakes or baker or artist, where you draw things, or making music, movies, whatever. That inner artist, maybe you can get around like-minded people, because what I'm getting is it could even bring you money. Even if it's a hobby and you just like to do it for a hobby, that's wonderful. But I am getting that it could bring you a small bit of money. So again, if you have any talents that you feel like you could work on, look into that. And we have Temperance. So the Temperance is looking good. I love that Temperance, right? So the Temperance is really good. I'm just getting that you just know when to put up your boundaries, and you kind of know when to go within and kind of bring that energy back to yourself. And a lot of people do not have this trait. A lot of people don't know when to say no. A lot of people don't know when to say when, or when they've given too much. Your spirit guide, she won't let you go no further than what you are able to give. She's very firm on that, and she pushes you to kind of teach people to do the same. So you know how to enforce boundaries and take that time for yourself, and make sure you're not pouring from an empty cup. Only thing I think they want you to know is just not to be so hard on trying to do everything yourself, and just try to maybe find a group of like-minded people where they can help, where you guys can help inspire each other in creating. Okay? And again, it doesn't have to be perfect, because sometimes I feel like you might want things to be perfect. It's just an expression of who you are. And now that I'm looking, I see cupcakes. You could be a baker. Maybe you like to bake. And you can see the cupcakes, and they look like pink cupcakes right behind her. So long as you are pleased with the work you do, that's all that matters. Things do not have to be perfect. Long as you're putting your energy in it, people are able to feel that love because you're able to put that in there because your spirit guide puts it in you and you're able to share it with others. Alrighty, so that's all we have for pile 2, and we are moving on to pile 3. Okay, so pile 3, right away, this pile spoke to me. There is something going on with your heart chakra, pile 3. Your spirit guides are working on healing your heart. There's so much green, and green is the color of the heart chakra. So there is some major healing being done within you right now. And I was drawn to, not only was your charm the heart, but it's like an arrow through the heart, which reminds me of the 3 of Swords, right? And you also this green crystal even stuck out to me. This is green too. So it's like, your spirit guides are trying to bring you all this healing they can. Maybe you just went through a traumatic time in a relationship and someone might have broken your heart and it really hurt you and put you through something, pile 3. So, and Hilarion also is a healer. So your spirit guide is a healer. He said Hilarion was from the Middle East, more like Egypt to be exact. And you might feel drawn to Egypt, or the desert. This might feel very healing to you. That's because this is where your spirit guide is supposed to be from. That he lived in caves and he only communicated with people that needed healing. So when your spirit guide when Hilarion tries to get in contact with you, you might notice a 444 because this number stood out for me. So you might notice 444, and I think the 4th chakra is the heart. So again, there's so much with the heart. So if you see that 444, Hilarion is trying to get your attention and let you know that your heart chakra, your heart needs healing, that there's major healing being done for your heart right now. And that's the main thing that he does. He does work on healing you all the time, especially if you go through that. He's very loving, sensitive. And it also said that Hilarion didn't really feel part of this world. So he might have chose you because maybe you sometimes feel like you are not part of this world. Maybe sometimes you feel like you don't fit in. Maybe sometimes because I feel in heavy empath vibes, that you could be highly empathic. Maybe you being an empath puts you in some tough situations where you really can get hurt. And this is why Hilarion is your spirit guide, because he knows that about you, that you get hurt easily. You're very sensitive, and you're very sensitive to the energies. And when other people you love hurt, you also hurt with them. So that is why Hilarion is always working with you, trying to heal you, bringing that healing to your heart. Let's see any messages that he wants to give you. It says the world can seem overwhelming to you, and it's okay to retreat to a safe space every now and then to cleanse and recharge your energy. You may feel called to serve others or share your healing with them, but please ensure you are filled up with light. So this is what Hilarion wants you to know. Although you being an empath, you might feel called to help others and help heal others, but Hilarion wants you to make sure that you are healed first before you try to heal others, because I'm feeling that sometimes you might ignore your own pain to help others, or you might help heal others so you don't have to deal with your own pain or deal with how your heart might need healing, because focusing on others, it keeps the focus off of you. So Hilarion wants you to focus on you. He wants you to put yourself first for this time so he can heal you properly. We also have that your spirit guide is this green, again, you see the green. So this green is a healing color for you. If you feel like you're going through something or you need some kind of protection, anything green or green, look into green crystals. I know emerald is a beautiful stone, beautiful green stone. So maybe an emerald ring, or you can look into crystals that have green color. I'm hearing that would be very much healing for you. So let's read on. So basically, it seems like you're so quick to believe the good in others that you kind of accept what others give you easily without really looking into the heart of the matter. And you were blessed with this discernment from your spirit guide. She kind of gave you this third eye where you can look and see what's underneath the surface. So maybe if someone is trying to present this false light, maybe that they're a nice person, that they care about you, this person might have an agenda, they might want something from you. You're able to see that because she blessed you with that. She's giving you this it's like third sight to see past just the regular eyeballs, but go into your third eye and you're able to see. I'm hearing heart's eye. So through the energy and the vibration of other people, you're able to see through that and see right into the heart of people. And you know whether these people are good or bad. But sometimes I feel like you want people to be good so much that you kind of ignore the bad, even though the signs might be there. So your spirit guide wants you to stop doing this. She wants you to use the sight that you were given. Use this sight that you're able to see past the surface of things, or the picture that people might just try to, because people think you're gullible, right? People think you're easy. No, you're not. You're just a very good person, and you go into things heart first. Like that's how you are. You use your heart first. So you have to be very protective when you wear your heart on your sleeve like this. And because you wear your heart on your sleeve, this is why you probably have the spirit guide where she blesses you to see things for what they really are and not how people trying to hide things from you. And everybody always wears a mask, right? To make themselves more presentable to the world, but you're able to see through people's masks. So your spirit guide just wants you to use that gift in dealing with others. So again, yes, 3 of Swords. We definitely do have broken heart energy here. So again, your spirit guides are really working with you to heal you. Also, it might not be a bad idea to write things in a journal. You can write it in a journal, and that will help get some of that negative energy out. And oh wow. So some of you, I'm getting, might have been pregnant, might have lost a pregnancy, or if you guys are men, you might have had a girlfriend or a wife that was pregnant. She might have lost the baby. Well, the baby is always with you. The baby will never leave your side. Also, you can, not saying that it will, take the place, but you can look into getting a therapy animal or emotional support animal would be really good for you guys. Maybe a dog or a cat. And it would bring you a lot of healing. Okay. So we have the Tower. Yeah. So this is saying don't be scared to rock the boat. Sometimes you got to rock the boat. Your spirit guide bless you with this this gift where you can see through things, and you might be a little scared to use this gift because you don't want to probably call people out on what you see or you see it. But what your spirit guide is saying, no, call them out. Even if it results into something that is explosive or, kind of rock the boat, or, it might, because you like things to be peaceful, right? So sometimes it might disrupt the peace. Your spirit guide is saying that's sometimes what you have to do is disrupt the peace. Okay, and stop. I'm hearing people might even come to you to get money from you, that lovers or sometimes people might try to use you to get money. So yeah, so if you see this about people, you can call them out on it, you know, or you can just say, hey, I ain't got it, or you know, it's just saying, I understand that you're like a empath and you don't like to hurt others, because when you hurt others it kind of hurts you. But if you see someone wants to use you, or they're coming to you with a hidden agenda, just don't be scared to call them out on it. Okay? Because people will use you if you let them. Don't let people use you. Surprise them. And I'm getting that you will do that. I'm getting that you will start to stand up for yourself. And you won't care if it causes some explosions or fallouts or whatever. It will be for your own better good, because those that love you will understand where you're coming from. You might even get a couple apologies. But those who weren't meant to be around you, the users and the leeches or whatever, they're going to kick rocks because they don't need to be around you anyway. Your presence is so beautiful and healing and divine. They probably don't deserve to be in your presence if they're just using you for things. Okay, so pile 3, don't forget to stand up for yourself and take the time to heal yourself. Okay? All right, we're moving on to pile 4. Thank you. Okay, so pile 4, my final pile. Last but not least, we have salamander or lizard. Okay, salamander or lizard, whichever one. I'm getting salamander vibes. Okay, so we have ancestor spirit, and connect to your lineage. A family wound or pattern can be healed now. So you have an ancestor for your spirit guide, and I'm feeling that you might have come or have some Native American ancestry, and they walk heavy with you. They are very, very, very protective of you. If you don't know this, maybe you could take like one of those genealogies or look up your family tree. But they're very protective of you, and they walk with you. Okay, you are also heavily connected to the earth, and that's the first thing I noticed when getting the lizard, because the lizard or salamander, they're so low to the ground and connected to the earth. And then when I see your ancestor spirit, I get how connected you are to the earth, to the elements, water, trees, whatever. So you could be an earth sign here. And it's very good for you to take walks. Also, anytime you walk, especially the earth, whether it's through the forest, anywhere where you can kind of ground yourself. Grounding is also when you take off your shoes and you're able to walk in the grass. They heavily appreciate that, because they love when you connect to the earth. It connects you to them, and they might send you signs through birds. I'm hearing like a hawk. If you see a hawk, they're your ancestors are trying to get in contact with you. And I'm getting that one of your ancestors was a big chief of a tribe, and he walks with you. He's very protective, like a great-grandfather, like a grandfather energy that is around you. Also, he wants you to help heal some of the damage that was done through your family. You're the one to break generational curses. Okay, so I don't know if you have kids now, or if you want to have kids. You raising and rearing your kids, you will break generational curses through your parenting. You will not parent like your parents. Okay, And if they did a good job, then, you know, kudos to them. But I'm just hearing your parenting style will be very different because you are the one sent to change the way things were done before. Okay, so we also have, there is an ancestor getting who constantly, like, I mean, not, I'm sorry, it could be an ancestor. It could be, since that slipped out, but one of your spirit guides constantly prays for you. And I don't know if you pray, but praying could be meditation. It could be just kind of just spending time alone with yourself. It could be chanting. It could be doing mantras. She would like you to do something in that order. It would help really kind of manifest and the things that you want in life. But she does this for you constantly. If you see the number 1, that is her trying to get in contact with you. But your spirit animal, I'm sorry, your spirit guide was someone, I'm getting ancestor, that this might be a great grandmother, but she was in a love affair. Her lover cheated on her or something, and it used to keep her up all night, and she used to pray and pray that this man would come home to her. She was really like a tortured soul over this man, and she's very protective of you. She does not want you to go through the same things she went through. And if you're a man, then she will protect you from any woman, I guess, that will try to cheat on you or whatever. She just wants you to be in a true love. She doesn't want you to experience the same pain. So maybe this is the generational curses that you will break. I am hearing that she wants you to put yourself first and not to put another before you. So if you're in a relationship, the women in your family might have put their mates first, even to the point that they completely forgot about themselves. They completely neglected themselves because they wanted so much to make their mates happy, so that they just kind of just forgot who they were. They got lost in their mates instead of keeping their own identity. This is not to be your fate. Your fate is to remember who you are, not to get lost in your mate's identity, not to forget who you are. You are supposed to do the things that you love. You can have a family. That's why I'm getting your parenting style will be very different. Maybe people might expect you to be a stay-at-home wife and stay home with the kids and forget whatever dreams you might have or any wants or aspirations you might have and just stay home with the kids. I'm getting they know you will be able to follow the dreams you want and teach your daughters to also follow the dreams that they want, so they don't become this tortured soul or this neglected soul, which your longtime ancestor was. Okay, it's not or just to learn that relationships aren't the end all be all of everything. So we have 5 of Swords again. So I'm just focusing on this one lady. She's like crying. So it's like you couldn't really even probably tend to your family. Like she's very heavily much through you, your ancestor. And I'm glad that she couldn't hardly even tend to her because she was just always so sad of her lover or her husband going out and doing other things. So sometimes you might feel this energy so much that it might be even hard for you to have relationships because you feel her energy around you. She's just so super protective. So it could be combative energy sometimes you have because she wants you to fight for yourself. She does not want you to go through what she went through. So sometimes people might call you extra. They might call you combative. They might say that you start chaos or whatever, that you just don't back down from a fight. That's because you are here to be the opposite of what your women ancestors are, okay? And we got the Fool. So I'm getting heavy Aquarius vibes in this pile. So this is saying, don't be scared to try new things. You're here to be that one, to do the new things, to try new things, to go new places, to live your life first, probably even before you even think about having a baby. And if you already have your baby, then don't stop living your life because you had a baby. Okay? Because you're here to experience, you're here to live your life. At the end of the day, it's still your life to experience, and not live your life for someone else. Yeah, look at how she's taming that lion, because you're a very strong spirit. You have the strength in you that your ancestors are giving you to fight, to not back down from any fights, to stand your ground. And it doesn't even have to be in a way where you have to kind of battle people or argue with people, but just simply by being you. You have the strength that radiates in you and through you, and you being this independent woman. I'm getting Leo vibes too. You could be a Leo female, but just by being unapologetically you. I'm getting Oya vibes too, because I noticed this to me in the background. It kind of looks like a like a twister, right? Behind her, and she's controlling that. If you look at her wand, she's controlling that while also controlling this line. So this means you have like excellent control over yourself, and you have excellent control over your outer elements, and you're using this power instead of giving it away. You're using this power to help manifest things for you. If you look, this is about you, doing the things that you want for yourself, living your life the way you want for yourself, not letting anybody dictating how you live your life, on how you have your children, if you even choose to have children at all. It's just not letting anybody telling you what to do and how you live your life. So that's why I said, if you see 1 or 111, this is definitely your ancestor telling you to not be afraid to live your life, to speak your truth, to travel, follow your dreams, do all the things that you want to do so you can feel fulfilled. This is your destiny. This is how you break that generational curse and put that strength back into the women in your family line. And if you're a male, you can teach your daughters to be the same. You can teach your daughters to be independent, not be dependent fully on the male, so they end up treating you how, they have however they want, because they have all the power. I am getting that the females are very powerful in your family line, and they always gave the power away. So this time you are here to correct that, whether you're male or female, and bring that power back to the females, okay? And be independent, because the females in your family line are so powerful from their ancestors, okay? So this is what we're doing on 2021 Beyond. We are being strong, independent females that we're not scared to rock the boat. We're not scared to stand up for ourselves. We're not scared to speak up for ourselves. And we use our power for ourselves to create the kind of life that we want for ourselves, and not some stereotypical view of how people think we should live our lives. So more power to you on this journey. And I love it. Okay, so Pile 4, thank you. And you make sure you live your life how you want to live it. Thank you.